They started with silver spoons and ended with empty pockets. From Manhattan penthousers to living in total obscurity, you won't believe who lost it all. How do you go from inheriting a fortune to struggling for your next meal? Welcome back. Today, we're looking at 20 icons born into massive wealth, the kind of money most only dream of, yet ended up in financial ruin. We're talking Hollywood royalty who traded mansions for motels. Stay tuned because number 1 walked away with billions. Number 20, Jackie Coogan. Born to wealthy vaudeville stars, he was the world's first child superstar in 1921. By adulthood, his mother spent his $4 million fortune, leaving the richest kid in the world nearly penniless. Number 19, Barbara Hutton. Inheriting the Woolworth fortune in 1933, she was worth nearly $1 billion today. She died in a hotel suite with just $3,500 left after 7 failed marriages and a tragic spiral. Number 18, Dana Plato. Born into comfort and starring on Diff'rent Strokes in 1978, she lost her trust fund to a crooked accountant and ended up working in a dry cleaners before her tragic passing. Number 17, Mickey Rooney. This 1930s box office king was born into a show business family and made millions. Despite a 90-year career, his final years were marked by elder abuse and a bank account totaling only $18,000. Number 16, Veronica Lake. A 1940s femme fatale born into a well-off family, her peekaboo hair defined an era. By the 60s, she was discovered working as a cocktail waitress in a cheap hotel, her royalty status long gone. Number 15, Judy Garland. Born to theater owners, she was the golden girl of The Wizard of Oz. Decades of financial mismanagement left her performing in bars just to pay for a place to sleep. Number 14, Corey Haim. A child of middle-class comfort turned 1980s megastar in The Lost Boys. At his peak, he was a millionaire. At his lowest, he was living in a low-rent apartment selling his clothes on eBay. Number 13, Peggy March. She had a number 1 hit at age 15 and came from a stable background. Sadly, her manager squandered her entire fortune, leaving the 1960s pop princess with literally $500 in the bank. Number 12, George Best. The 1960s fifth Beatle was born into a world of talent. He famously said he spent his fortune on booze, birds, and fast cars, eventually dying with nothing but his legendary status. Number 11, Hedi Lamar. A wealthy European socialite and 1940s siren who co-invented Wi-Fi. Despite her genius, she became a recluse in her later years, living on a modest pension and facing shoplifting arrests. Number 10, Zaza Gabor. Born into Hungarian aristocracy, she was the original famous for being famous icon. Despite the diamonds, her final years were plagued by massive medical bills that wiped out her estate. Number 9, Bela Lugosi. The 1930s Dracula star came from a respected family. By the 1950s, he was living in a cramped apartment accepting small roles from Ed Wood just to survive. Number 8, Sly Stone. The Family Stone leader was the king of 1970s funk. In a shocking transformation, he was discovered in 2011 living in a van in Los Angeles. Number 7, Linda Blair. After The Exorcist made her a global star in 1973, she should have been set for life. However, legal battles and a lack of roles left the former It Girl struggling financially for years. Number 6, Burt Reynolds. The 1970s highest-paid actor was born to a police chief. By 1996, he filed for bankruptcy with $10 million in debt, proving even the biggest stars can fall. Now for a deep dive. Number 5, Natalie Wood. Born into a family that groomed her for stardom, she was a 1950s icon. While she died with money, her sister Lana Wood later revealed she was living in a motel, a tragic contrast to their glamorous upbringing. Deep dive number 4, Willie Ames. The 8 is Enough star was a 70s teen idol from a solid background. After his fame faded, he became homeless, sleeping under bushes before finding work as a cruise ship maintenance man. Deep dive number 3, Debbie Reynolds. Hollywood royalty who lost her life savings not once, but twice due to the gambling debts and bad investments of her husbands. She spent decades buying Hollywood memorabilia just to auction it off in her final years to stay afloat. Deep dive number 2, Kim Basinger. Born to a musician and a model, she was the 80s ultimate bombshell. She famously bought an entire town in Georgia for $20 million, only to file for bankruptcy a few years later after a massive lawsuit. Deep dive number 1, the Hurst heirs. William Hurst heir built an empire of billions. While the name is synonymous with wealth, several heirs, like Patty Hearst, faced legal ruin or chose lives of absolute simplicity after the 1970 scandals. They prove that even a media empire can't guarantee a peaceful life. It's a sobering reminder that fame and fortune are never guaranteed. Of these 20 icons, who do you think made the worst mistakes of their lives? Let me know your top 3 in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more nostalgia. See you in the next one.